Hello, it is October 13th, so we've been in the house now for like a week and a bit. We actually moved in on the 4th, even though we got the keys on the last of September. So we've been living in the house now for a little over a week. Katniss is chasing something out in the hallway. And I just wanted to give you a little update on my office and also maybe use this as an opportunity to do my office, to actually get moving on it. There are a lot of things in my office that just ended up here because this room is very close to one of the entranceways, and it was easy to just chuck things in here when we didn't know exactly where they were gonna go. So there are a lot of things in here that aren't supposed to be in here. Are you okay? She's fine. So there are some things in here that aren't supposed to be here. There are some things that have been unpacked, some things that haven't been unpacked. And I'm just gonna give you a like 360 of what the room looks like, and then let's hopefully dive into fixing it. Even though I don't know exactly how I'm fixing it yet. Okay, so I apologize if this is gonna be a bit shaky, but working with what I got here. So you saw Katniss's tail right there in the door. Hello, this is my hand. This is the door to my room. I have yet to actually hang the door back up, and that's the door to the bathroom that you are not gonna get to see, but that's what it is. I'm going to spin the camera this way as best as I can. So first we have a chair right here. It's not supposed to be here, probably, but it is. I'm going to flip you down just a little bit. There we go. A chair that I just put in here because I wanted to put the box of my winter clothes onto something as I unloaded them, and the chair remained. Although I did only do that yesterday, so it's not like the chair has been here for months for no reason. Moving over this way, we have the aforementioned winter clothes, most of them. Some are in the laundry, some are yet to be unpacked, but this is the wardrobe I'm working with for this winter season. We have a wardrobe, which is currently mostly empty. I have a set of PJs, I think, in this, behind this door, and this drawer has some stuff in it. Some gifts for Marcus for his birthday and Christmas, as well as just some stuff I need to know where they are. I don't want to lose them in the mess of this room, but they're not where they're supposed to be. And when it comes to the shelves in the wardrobe, none of this is going to stay where it is, probably, except possibly that box. This is my wedding bouquet, and next to it, or kind of behind it, is a box full of makeup. And as someone who rarely wears makeup, I do have a lot of it, and I'd like to use it more than I do. Maybe I will now that we live in a house, because apparently that's a statement I thought would make sense. But it's probably not going to stay there. It might, but it probably won't. The rest of the mess that you can see is not going to stay there. Turning the camera some more, we have some unpacked boxes. We have some still packed boxes, as well as a very large Totoro and a very large bunny. And then we come to my desk, which I have set up. We have set up where I talked about it, so it is standing out from, hello Remus, it is standing out from the window like I said, so there is about half the window width-wise is taken up by desk, and then this side is not. On my desk so far I have my laptop, I have a bunch of charging cords, I have my keyboard and mouse trapper, which is the kind of mouse I like to use for the computer, a water bottle, and the best lamp ever. I found this second-handing, excuse me for being half in PJs. This is a very pretty little desk lamp with a glass lampshade, and it's got some flowers up the stem of the lamp, or however you say it, and this is adorable, and I'm so happy to have found it. It was also very cheap. I also have a bag over here which says today's lunch may contain traces of leftovers. Very funny. It's what I bring my work lunch in, but it's just ended up there because of course it did. And I also haven't been working since we moved into this house, so yes. And then this looks really kind of neat and tidy, but then you see some stuff in the mirror, and then I also will turn this down and you will see boxes and a blanket. So this is obviously not going to stay in the middle of the room, and the mirror is probably going to go over in the first place I showed you. I will not turn the camera around and make you dizzy, but next to the clothing rack where the chair was, probably. And then if we turn some more, we have some plants that have not been unpacked that are probably very, very happy not. as well as a couple more boxes. Whoops, a couple more boxes. Up here I have put my typewriter on this little desk that the previous owner left behind. I might actually want to keep a small desk by the window, possibly this one. I have some ideas. I also did fall in love with a desk. I'll put a picture in here. It's not a great picture, but I'll put it in here. However, this desk needed more work than I think I'm able to give it or have the energy to give it. And it was also quite expensive for the work that I needed. So most likely not getting this desk, but I might keep this little green one for now because I think I'd like to have a little desk like this in front of this window. I had this vision, right, of sitting there and journaling, which is a very good, interesting thought for someone who does not journal. But we will see. And obviously then I'll also keep a chair with it, possibly the one that was over by the door. And then turning you to the last corner of the room, we have a large, tall lamp. Well, first of all, we have a bunch of stuff on the floor that is not going to be in this room. And then we have a lamp like that, which probably is not staying. We haven't discussed where this lamp is going, but I don't think it's going to be mine or be in my room. And then we have a cat tree and a little footstool. So some things I know I wanted to do with this room is unpack, obviously. I wanted to put the mirror over on this wall next to the clothing rack where this chair that I'm now sitting on was. And where the mirror was standing, I am actually getting a bookshelf delivered today. We're getting a couple pieces of furniture delivered that we picked up at a secondhand store. And it's a really pretty shelf, and I wanted something there. I think I talked about that in a previous clip, that I wanted a shelf there to have like my TBR on, to have a few decorative pieces, maybe my wedding bouquet can live there instead of in the wardrobe. And next to that bookshelf I will also have a chair. I don't know if I've shown you the chair because it's not in this room currently. I will put a picture of it or a video clip of it. It was left behind with a previous owner. It's not exactly what I want, but it's a fairly comfortable chair. So while I get settled and while I figure out what I might want instead, I think that's gonna stay. However, we had people over this past weekend and we gathered up all our chairs basically, except for my desk chair and a couple more chairs. So they're in the far off other end of the house. And as the house is laid out currently, it is split up into 2 apartments that we are gonna turn into just the one house. So we're gonna take down a wall between the 2 kitchens and make 1 kitchen. But right now we cannot get between the 2 sides of the house on this floor, which is the bottom floor, or on the 2nd floor. What we have to do is go through the basement, which is not the worst thing in the world, but it's a lot of work to carry a chair through or carry anything else through. So first priority for me right now is not getting the chair back, but I will eventually. And then it's gonna sit right there next to the bookshelf. So my plan for now is to start tidying up. I don't really know where to start because I have unpacked my clothes, most of them, and then I feel like I don't have a lot of space yet to put things since I don't have the bookshelf. But the wardrobe is also not going to be full of clothes, probably. So I do have some drawers and shelves in there, like shelves behind the door. They don't have to be visible things that I can put there. And I'm just looking around and wondering where I'm going to fit all these things in my office. But it is what it is. I will start going through them. Some of these things, like I said, like the pile of stuff that is down here, there's like a label maker and some random tape and some curtains that are not going to go in here, and extension cords and stuff that I probably don't need or want in this office. Also gonna say that all the plants you saw as we spun around and the curtains and the curtain rods were not picked by us. Well, I didn't pick out the curtains, they were left behind by the previous owner. The plants are all ours, but I don't think I'm gonna have 20 plants, 10 plants in this office. They just ended up here because, again, close to the door, close to where we brought them in from. And we're also gonna put the door back up here. We have the door in the basement, it's fine, we don't have to get a new door. That is also something I want to get done this week, but not desperately due today. It is a 2-person job and I need some assistance for that. But yes, I'm gonna try to get started. We do have a very good system for how these boxes are packed. I will let Marcus talk more about that, I guess, in a video if he wants to do that. Otherwise, I can talk about it later. But it's a really good system, and so I just have to pull up a spreadsheet and I'll know what stuff is in each box. And then I just gotta figure out where they're all going, because that's still a thing that has not been figured out. But yes, let's clothes that are not winter clothes, which I now just put in here, as well as a cardigan that went out there that I'm not going to keep, but I gotta keep it somewhere for now. And I unpacked some yarn. This is not my temperature blanket that I work on in streams and stuff sometimes. This is just random yarn that doesn't have a purpose. That was a bit harsh, but I just put that there for now. I don't think that's where it's gonna stay. The bookshelf I'm getting later today does have a shelf part. It's a bit, how do I explain the shape of this? You will see it, I'll show it to you. But it has a shelf part, and then it has a surface part, and then it has, like, it gets a bit thicker. It's a shelf, it has a countertop, for lack of a better word, because my brain cannot think of a better word right now. And then it has 2 doors beneath that. And I think that could be a good place to store this yarn, although currently it's not really in the way in here either. And I have some other stuff that I want in my office, but not necessarily want out in my office. Moving on into this next box, I have a few plushies. There are a lot of those in our household, and a fair few of them will live in my office because they gotta live somewhere, and I like having companions as I work. And then beneath that, I have some non-fiction books, and I have some just random notebooks. I have my driving theory book that I'm supposedly reading. So the books and the notebooks in this are gonna go in that shelf that isn't here yet. And I also moved some folders, some papers out of the previous box. These will also live in or on that shelf. So I think I'm just gonna look through and make sure that nothing else is in here that I want out elsewhere, and then put things back into this box, set it aside, and unpack that once I have the shelf. The plushies, I don't really know where they're gonna be in the office. Everywhere is a good answer, but I don't know exactly where they're gonna go, so they might end up being out here for now, or I'll just put them over into a different box as I sort through things. I do also have a fairy lights thing in here that I'm gonna probably set up on that wardrobe, not on the wardrobe, on the bookshelf once I get it, so that's gonna be really nice. And as for my desk, like I said, I've fallen in love with another desk that I have not purchased, most likely will not purchase, and my desk is fine. It's a good desk, but it doesn't really suit the aesthetic that I wish for my office to have. Aesthetics aren't everything, it's fine, and I might work my way towards that kind of desk in the future. The upsides of my current desk is that it's large and you can raise it to a standing desk should you want to. The downsides is that it has no storage at all. And since my desk isn't up against a wall, I am a bit worried about putting something, you can't really see, but putting something like here on the desk, and then I'm clumsy and we have cats, and worry that those things will fall off. But I'll figure that out over time, I think. And there is other storage I could use, and or I could even put up a wall shelf here or on any other wall if I just wanted some things very close to my desk and not have to go around my desk all the way to a bookshelf. All right, we have more summer clothes, and also my gym clothes, and also stuff. One day I will make a better order in here, probably, but this, like I said, is off-season stuff that I will not be using in the winter time anyway, so I don't have to have a good system right now for them. And there's also, I don't know if you can see, but there's one long drawer here at the bottom that I could just put all the off-season stuff in, because I think my summer stuff will fit there in winter, and my winter stuff will fit there in summer, even though my winter stuff is bulkier, and leave this for other things. And I know I just said that, like, where am I going to put all these things, but I'm also wondering what I'm going to use all this space for. So I have the same problem in reverse. See, now I'm starting to wonder if I should have decided on a system before I started unpacking, because I'm now unpacking, or able to unpack more like makeup and stuff, and I'm not sure where to put it. Should have thought this through, I should have thought this through, I should have thought this through, should have thought this through, do 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 do. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I mean, maybe it also helps to have all the things out so I can see everything and then, you know, figure out what goes where. Or maybe I'm just saying that to make myself feel better about the fact that I didn't plan and I'm now faced with mess as I'm trying to clear up mess. I'm gonna go ahead and move my wedding bouquet because it already got a bit battered in the move, and I want to gather some like makeup stuff on the shelf for now. So I'll just move it. It's still not going to its permanent place, but hopefully it will go to a slightly safer space. Hopefully. It's no joke, 1 millimeter too tall. 1 millimeter. So I guess you have to not fit there either. Right, not where I want to store my hair mousse apparently, which to be fair also rarely gets used. And then lastly in this box we have a padlock for when I go to the gym, but we also have some papers and stuff which probably will go in the bookshelf, which I made a box for. And since you can't see this, you don't know that I'm just putting things on top of that box now instead of into that box. So I won't tell you and you won't yell at me. And then I'll now move my plushies over in here so that they are at least in a box, and then I'll figure out where in the room they get to live later on. However, some of them are not going to fit in this box because they are very large. And some are even larger. So, yes, and now we have a cat in my yarn, which has never ended poorly before. She's now really in the yarn. Are you gonna sleep in the yarn? I guess you are, huh? Now I have to tend to some laundry in the basement, but while I leave for that, enjoy watching Katniss until the battery of the camera dies. Room is in the background, and I put up this little shelf, which I'm not sure it's straight. It looks like it to me, but it doesn't look straight on camera. Either way, I have these little, I call these blobs. Let's see if it focuses. There we go. These are little, like, not emojis, but almost, that you can send on Messenger. I don't know what they're really called. We call them blobs, Marcus and I. These were something we started sending each other very early on in our relationship, and we've been together almost 8 years now. Is it 8 years? A bit over 7 at least. And Marcus made these for me. I have several more. He made these for me for our first Christmas together. So they live on this little colourful shelf, as do, I got these little buses from Tokyo Disney when we were there a couple years ago. This is a standard bus that you can take from the station to the park, or from the hotels to the station. And I also have 2 other ones, one Halloween themed one and one for the 25th, I think, anniversary, which is the anniversary we were there for in 2018. We weren't there for the anniversary, but the anniversary was on when we were there. And then I have this little turtle that used to live in my grandparents' like sitting room on a shelf. I thought it was really, really cute, and it's one of the few things I have after my grandparents, one of the few things that were memorable enough to me to keep. And then I have this, which Marcus bought me when he was in Japan, just before we got together. We knew each other, but we hadn't made anything official yet. and he bought this little cute thing that we call a dirtle because it's a dragon turtle, obviously. And yeah, these cute little things live on this shelf, and the shelf is diagonally across, I'm sorry Remus, diagonally across from my desk, so I can look at this from my desk. I kind of want to make this corner a little things that make me happy, things that make me feel good. That is not the reason the cat tree is here, that's just sort of ended up here for some reason. But I have some like cards and letters and stuff I've gotten from people, and I might make this corner just a little love bombing corner to myself, things that make me happy sort of thing. The bookshelf has arrived! It's so pretty. There's a key that goes here to these doors that we did not get when they delivered it, so we'll have to swing by and see if they still have it in the store at some point. Otherwise I'll figure out a different way to open them. I don't have a need to lock them, so it's fine. But this is the shelf. I hope you can see the back of it. It has like, yeah, a pattern to it. And I love the little, like the little, where am I? Can I point? Hello? Oh, there we are. I love the little up here as well. The little shape that isn't just a straight shelf. It has some movement to it. I'm going to put in the shelf that goes into there, and also the two drawers. It's so pretty. Ah. I did it. So yeah, I'll take the red, where am I? Hello. I'll take the red paper out of the drawers and the shelf. That's a box of flowers. I don't know if you can see that. There are some plants that have not been getting the love they might have deserved in the past week or so that we forgot about. But I don't know if the shelf's going to go more in the corner or more towards this window behind me. I might also put it at an angle because that's what the wardrobe, which is diagonally across from it, looks like. I'm not sure, but either way, very, very happy with this. I look forward to having some decor pieces, maybe some plushies, my TBR, some candles, nice, lovely stuff like that on here. And then I'm going to have a chair. I'm thinking I'll put the chair in the corner because I can put a lamp behind it and then get, you know, light, because it's a very dark corner, I'm realizing now. But if I put the shelf, either just slide it that way and put it in the corner, or if I put it sideways in the corner, diagonally, there is light from the window that I could read by or have for filming. So we will see. But it's so pretty and I'm really, really happy with it. And I know what we can tell from that side, but like I said, there are shelf, 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 and then this ledge, whatever I call it before, sticks out of it. Like, this is a lot deeper than this is. So, super, super happy, really excited. Would be really pretty to put some fairy lights through this. Now, I've made a lot of good progress today. I mean, it's still fairly early, it's 3:10 in the afternoon, but I have 2 boxes that are going to the basement. I have a third one's going to the basement. 2, 3 here, 2 that are plushies, and 1 that is papers and notebooks and some books as well, some non-fiction. And I have 2 boxes over there. 1 is mostly cords to set up my desktop, which I'm probably not going to do today because I want assistance to do that, because I think I imagine it being more difficult than it is, but still. And then there's 1 more box over there that's actually stuff for work that I'm going to bring to work, because I'm now going from having 2 separate workplaces for the same job to just having 1. So all the things I had at this workplace, I have to bring over to my second one. So that's all over there and will be brought to work eventually. But my office really is coming together and I'm really happy with it. And yeah, right now my desk is my worst spot. It's very cluttered, but it's really, really coming along. I didn't find a good place for my temperature blanket yarn, so that's actually sitting on top of the wardrobe right now. Can probably fit that in here quite comfortably, so I think it's all gonna work out. And it's looking really good, and I'm really excited. And there are like 5 different types of wood in this room right now, like 5 different, types, shades, colors of wood. And I don't mind, but yeah, I'm gonna do a bit more, and then we'll see when I wrap this up if I'm done with the office for either for today or for this entire setup process. Like, we'll see if I wrap it up today or if I wrap it up when I'm done, which won't be for another couple of days probably. And eventually I will also do something to the walls, paint them or put up wallpaper or something, but I'm not sure what quite yet. But let's keep going. It works! Whee! Okay, let's turn that back off again.
Well, I think it might be easier if we actually pull that so we can stand and see the underside. Slightly easier.
Belly of the beast.
Yes.
I got a little blanket fort down here.
Yes, you can.
My arm doesn't go higher.
Well, you could stand.
Well, the rest doesn't go higher either.
Okay.
This is a great,
Uh-huh.
Great way to work on this.
Yes.
Okay. This means that my setup should work,
Yeah.
but I'd like to try that before we shove all the cords in the back.
Yeah. Do you need to turn on the power or something?
Yes.
Huh. Weird.
Hello. I don't know if you can see me at all, just my knees, but it's fine.
Can
My
see
knees
your
and
chin.
my-
Yeah.
Only my chin?
No, I can see all of you.
Because I was here.
Yeah.
I am annoyed by all the cords.
Yeah.
Very ugly.
Yeah. That is the thing with cords. They are ugly.
Huh. Am I sure that I want a desk tip, or do I just want a lip tip?
Do you think there will be fewer cords with a laptop?
Well, then I'll have my laptop and I'll have the charger, and then everything plugs in here on the laptop.
So without the screens and stuff
Yeah.
too? That is a thing you can do if you want. Teresa wanted a screen.
But yeah, cords are very ugly.
Yep.
Would it look better if this cord went straight there instead of going around like this?
That is possible.
No.
It's not over the...
Now it's on the camera instead. But eventually this will not be on the table.
No.
This will be under the table.
Yes.
So then it will just be it will be the same amount of cords one.
Yep.
Cords do not spark joy. All cords should go.
I mean, you do have the option of at least a Bluetooth keyboard.
Yeah. That is true. I am very partial to a centered mouse, so I don't want a computer mouse separate. But it seems to be working.
Yeah.
I seems to have done this.
Yes, you seems.
I seem to needs. Once again, Editing Matilda is here to wrap up this video because it's too long as well. So there will at least be a part 3, which I want up next week for you guys. And yeah, possibly a part 4, possibly also part 5 that isn't even the wallpaper stuff, which I still haven't decided anything about. So yes, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with another one soon, so I hope to see you then. Bye!